All right. We're live.
We're live.
Not sure if it's some technical issues here. I'm not sure if our not sure if welcome to Total Nonstop Impact Talk for Impact Vegas. Obviously I am on the road and Wi-Fi is not great. I may hop on his phone. I think we're back again. I'm gonna hop on via my phone real quick here.
The remix.
One moment. Just say hello to everybody. And
everybody.
Yes, the remix. So give me a sec here. I'm gonna hop on via my phone real quick, just to make it a little easier. So I'm gonna just knock myself out here and hop back in on my phone. So give me 1 second.
Sounds good. Hey everybody, what did everybody think of the show? Love to see everyone's opinions. Did you love it? Did you hate it? It was a good time either way. We are having the technical difficulties tonight, guys. Sorry about that. Oh.
Are you guys okay?
No, absolutely not. Well, you know me, I don't know how anything works, and Bill's having technical issues.
I hear you.
Yeah. Rough night, man.
I'll stick around for a few minutes and make sure Bill's stuff is good. I'm not planning on sticking around, but
you know how it goes.
Yeah. Number one, I just want to thank everyone for all the well wishes over the last week. I really appreciate it. It's been let's just say it's been a rough week, and so my goal was to not do this at all. I was watching the beginning of this. I'm like, I'm just gonna jump in there real quick and just make sure they're okay.
So it just falls off the rails if I have to do it. I freeze up. I get shy.
But you've been here so long. But I know you're not. I know you're not familiar with the controls.
Yeah. Look how long it took me to find the soundboard. I don't even remember where it is again. I think that was Bill buzzing back in.
I think so.
Oh, much better with the phone.
Yeah.
There we go.
You're in 4K now, buddy.
Woohoo!
There you go. You just can't run the show from a phone, but you can hop on the show from a phone.
Oh, okay.
Facts.
Can you? Okay, so do you need me to stick around for like controls and such?
Yeah, if you can. I was just gonna run it in the background and then close it at the end, but I can't do anything. Like I can't do anything with comments or anything like that. All I can do is be on via my phone. You can't do any controls from the phone.
Okay. All right. I'll tell you what. I'm just going to kick your volume up a little bit, if it'll let me.
So this is an interesting start of the show.
Well, I did say the Wi-Fi, you never know at a hotel. And because everybody's watching their TVs and all, and they're streaming stuff, and they're killing all the Wi-Fi at the Red Roof Inn here.
There you go.
Full house.
Yeah, and like Ash says, it happens. What's up, Ash? Long time no see. Hope everyone's doing okay. Welcome all the members. All right. I will leave you two to it. I'll check back on you guys in a little bit, okay?
All right, sounds good. Thank you.
I'm just like I'm still gonna be in here, but I'm just removing myself, okay? See how the sausage is made. Yeah. Yeah. We're just not revealing the
special
the secret recipe. Yeah. No list of herbs and spices. Okay, I'll see you guys in a bit.
There you go. Getting that a little bit maneuvered. All right, we're good. All right. So, Impact Talk for Impact fans, we're back again.
We're doing it. We're gonna do the stuff and things.
Yeah. So just obviously big emergence night from Louisville. Obviously, sorry everybody that the Thursday review. There still might be something that pops up a little bit later, but I was in New York, and obviously everyone else has had some other things going on, so it was tough to.
I don't know how anything works.
Yeah, same thing. Like I was on the road and can't run the show from the road. You can only join the show from the road. But obviously a big show tonight. There is some news coming out of the show. So just first, Victory Road main event announced in San Antonio. It will be Nick Nemeth defending the title that he kept tonight against the former champion Moose at Victory Road in San Antonio. So big main event already signed. Injury updates. If you saw tonight, there was a few injuries. One was Alisha Edwards suffered a head injury via Gia Scoops Miller, and she's under concussion protocol. PCO also is in concussion protocol, but was cleared, so it seems like he'll be fine. But yeah, I saw that too. Like that was a rough one. We see PCO a lot when he goes out the ring. Sometimes it's lucky it doesn't happen more often. But it seems like hopefully both will be getting better soon. So we wish them both the best.
Absolutely.
But we won't bother getting into any other little things here and there because we have a big show to go over. And this is the usual East Coast crew, although I'm now not on the East Coast. But we'll still operate it East Coast style for life. So, but obviously, we'll build up to the main event here. But I was obviously a big part of the show, and we had a big surprise at the end. Not sure what's going to come. But let's start obviously with the countdown because this is obviously TNA's Emergence pay-per-view. Well, premium live event that is on the app, the TNA Plus app, which you can get a discount on the annual tier if you use the code EMERGE40. We'll give you 40% off the World Champion tier, so you get all the premium live events along with the Plus specials and the library. So definitely take advantage of that if you can. So we kick it off. We get the countdown here, and we start with the King, Frankie Kazarian, against KUSHIDA. We've been seeing some stuff brew here, but obviously that they went at it here. Pretty good match, but Alisha, what were your thoughts on this opening countdown contest?
Man, dirty deeds done dirt cheap, but seem to get the job done, don't they? Serotonin really helps in that formula as well. So happy to see Kaz get the win.
It wasn't for the serotonin. I don't know what
it's that serotonin jazz hands. I don't know. Doesn't seem very right.
No, but I thought KUSHIDA looked good too.
Yeah, of course, always.
The Kaz has been on a roll here. Like he's definitely being built up. It seems like he's got some stuff coming up in his future. So we'll see what happens. Sure. But definitely a good start for sure. Then we get Gia backstage with AJ Francis of First Class. And we knew there was going to be some stuff happening because they had the tag title shot against ABC, but we know the issues with Rich Homie Swan with rehab and stuff like that. And a good shout out from AJ, like kind of pointing it out, like not like, hey, I know he's going to take it. So a nice little cheer from the crowd, which was good. But he introduces his new member. Now, I will say this. I had a little bit of a hint that this was going to happen. I know we've been talking about Casey Navarro for a while, and it feels like a very good natural fit to bring him in, because I think he was being brought in regardless. So it's a nice little, we can put you right into this angle. But as I went into the venue, I don't know if they were just messing with some of the graphics, but it popped up, that tag match.
Okay.
All right, that kind of makes sense. I see what's happening. But good to see that. But what are your thoughts on Casey Navarro being, because I think a lot of us thought, well, maybe he'll be a singles guy for now. But they didn't abandon the storyline. They're sticking with it with a new member of First Class. Oh.
Sorry, a little tickle in my throat. I had to cough.
Did that for all of our audio listeners.
If you're wearing headphones. Anyway, I think it's about time that Casey is finally hopefully long-term member of the Impact or TNA roster. Haha, almost got me on that. I mean, like we said, we've seen him for years, and I feel like every time he's come around, he's always gotten a big hype from the TNA fans. So this is good. It's a good fit too, like you're saying. I feel like that was a seamless shoe-in for Rich Swan's absence for the time being. And it's a good person to pair him with. They got the same energy, and that hair, man, that updated hair is what's popping. Very vibrant. Made him stand out.
So we know we got him coming. Then they obviously promote the main event. But then we get our TNA Digital Media Championship and Canadian International Heavyweight Wrestling Championship match. PCO with obviously SDL defending against Matt Cardona's Mystery Monster. And I'll say this. I know I did have the thought at one point, but I didn't think it would be this. But I liked it. I popped for it. I was like, it's Shera.
Yeah, Shera. Well, of course, it's Shera. So, of course, I feel like a couple weeks ago, we were asking where he's been, you know?
Exactly. It seemed like a good time, like a Louisville, because he does obviously a lot of OVW and stuff. So it made a lot of sense to have Shera show up. But after being at MLW last night, the reason why I wasn't around, and seeing a certain Donovan Dijak show up, for some reason I thought like he going the Matt Cardona route and showing up at a bunch of promotions. But as we see later, there's a different guy that's doing that. So we'll hold off on that. We're giving the big tease. But once again, we'll see what plays out. I wouldn't be surprised if we see more of that type of stuff where Matt Cardona is bringing people in. So, but now this is obviously where there was the PCO injury, but yet he did continue because you see him, like he just goes out of the ring, and man, like it's like, and it wasn't like it happened right in front of me. Like it wasn't like a Shera like issue at all. It was like it was short. It was like Shera wasn't. Sometimes I remember there was one time it was PCO versus Khan, and Khan, I don't know how he got there so fast to help brace the fall, because it was like a similar thing, but it was a little farther out. This was like nobody would have been able to like help that.
Get that gap, yeah.
It was cut so short.
So it was a dive.
It was a dive. It was his dive through the ropes he got hurt on. But he popped right back up because he's PCO.
It's PCO.
but you could tell like that even got a little to him. But then he kept on and still did all the PCO. So, once again, obviously you get PCO, you're going to get the PCO, the whole thing. And I thought Shera looked pretty decent here for not seeing him for a while. So, like I said, I think we've been seeing Shera forever, and it does feel like the guy has the look and the potential to do much more than we see with him. And I think like OVW does a great job of kind of utilizing him there in the way. So I think that's just one thing. If he can get enough presence, and maybe it's through explosion, kind of build up through explosion, and then get there, which we know he's done in the past. So, but I know
For sure.
have been a lot of things. It isn't all on like backstage. It's a lot of just injuries, rail people. Gia talks to Josh, talking about doing Iron Man matches. And then we get my bad. I skipped that. We obviously open with the X Division title match.
Yeah.
Or the main show. And then obviously big Ultimate X match here. A lot happening. Mike Bailey putting it on the line. But interesting group because you have obviously Zach Wentz, you have Riley Osborne from Chase U and NXT,
Hammerstone,
Good Hands, Hammerstone, Laredo Kid. So interesting group of individuals. I thought they all kind of had their moments to shine in this match.
as always.
Now obviously didn't win, but my MVP of the match, I thought really came away with the wow moments, two big wow moments. My guy, Jason Hotch.
Yeah.
This match. And Zach was obviously great. Because he almost won it real early, and then obviously he wins it at the end against Bailey.
Right. Big win for Zach too.
Huge
it's
win.
His first single belt held in the company, so that's
Correct.
Major.
Yeah, obviously Trey's had it. Now Zach had it. So no, and he's obviously he's fighting Sunday, right? He's on the No Mercy show. He's fighting Wesley.
Oh, you are asking the wrong person about NXT updates.
Cool. So there's a very good chance I'm thinking we see the X Division title on NXT.
That's good though. You want to promote. They're very nice belts.
I think we could see the NXT title with Joe Hendry on TNA. So I think this could just be the whole working relationship coming together. But congrats on that first win for Zach. Real full circle moment with the company. And I definitely thought a lot of the other guys shine. The Ultimate X is always a great signature TNA.
I feel like if you're going to be in an X Division match, that's an opportunity for everybody to get a spot where they're really going to do some spectacular things. And per usual, this match never ceases to amaze me, and everybody did a great job. So, amazing way to start the show, I think.
Yep. No doubt. The Ultimate X, that's always if you're running it, you start the show with it, and it kills.
For sure.
Then we get Gia backstage with Josh talking about the Iron Man match. But then we had kind of a slow build up to this match, the Maclin versus Eric Young match. And this one I thought was an interesting one for sure because you had the start of it where they didn't even do anything; they just stared at each other. This was kind of the Grudge proving grounds type match.
For sure.
You have kind of a more up and comer in Maclin, who's been around. He's a vet now, obviously, but Eric Young, OG. But really, this was kind of the old guard and the current guard. I won't say the new guard, but the current guard, former world champions. But what did you think of this match? This was probably the best underrated match of the card.
I think you're right in that regards. I'm a big Eric Young fan, so of course I'm already going to put it into the perspective that it's going to be a good match. And Maclin, really a guy who's evolving every time we see him. And what better way to prove yourself than getting a win over Eric Young? And so, good for him.
At the end, because we kind of saw Maclin at other times where he had good matches. In the end, he's not happy, or he'll brush the guy aside and walk away. But it definitely seems more. We've always kind of said Maclin, he's kind of and that's kind of what he stays at. But at times he's gone full heel. He's never really been full face for the most part. It's either heel or tweener. But I think the tweener is the right thing for him. He's just I'm a badass, but you got my respect. I think that's the best way to go. No underhanded tactics. That's not his fit for him. So I think this was a good way.
Anti-hero era.
Yes, yeah, the anti-hero Maclin.
Yeah. Well, it's like Eric Young. Like Eric Young's kind of like an in-betweener where it's like he's beloved, but he can be heelish, and sometimes when you're really good at acting, you're really good at doing both. And I feel like Steve Maclin really falls into that category. So it was great.
I still think there's a big push for Maclin in the future too. So it's good to see him kind of like this. Like if he didn't come out on top here, it'd be like, all right, where's Maclin go from here? So
yes.
So that was good to see. So now we get the big knockouts tag match. Obviously, now we're addressing again. There was an injury very early in this match, obviously, for Lish. So that definitely affected how this match was done. But I think probably the same result. But what'd you think of this knockouts contest here? Obviously, a lot of Masha and Ash. Obviously, against Spitfire and the knockouts.
The girls really stood in with what unfortunately happened to Lish. I missed like one of those blink and you miss it kind of moments where it's like I looked away for a second, then next thing you know, I see Lish kind of just there prone on the ground. So,
One of those that seemed like the PCO thing. Like when I saw it, I'm like, ooh, is that something? Like the Lish, I saw it, and I didn't even think that much of it. But that's why you just never know with this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
He was knocked unconscious briefly, so like that was the difference there. Like that one, she was actually out. Like they needed to, like Spitfire had to, like they had to call someone over because they didn't. She wasn't responding to them. So yeah, definitely a scary moment there. But obviously everyone's professional there. They kept on going. Obviously now underhanded. With 3-on-2, but obviously a lot of Ash. Ash seemed to work most of the match.
Yeah. I feel like Ash is really stepping up to the plate, especially after, which we'll talk about later, but her match with Jordynne.
Yeah. As the Iceman put over, that is like she's ruthless. She's elegant, but now she's ruthless.
Yeah.
Killer combination. Now
I believe it, man. She proved herself.
Obviously 3-on-2. They were pretty much done at this point. So,
yeah.
Didn't come out on top here, but I thought a good showing for what happened. And obviously Jordynne's still the standard bearer, no doubt. They did announce during the show, we'll talk about later, that there will be another open challenge coming up for this Thursday, so interesting comes out. So then we get the aforementioned tag match. Tag titles on the line. ABC defending against First Class of AJ Francis and KC Navarro. Well, what'd you think of? And now I know we kind of talked about it a little earlier with talking about KC being part of the roster, but what'd you think now of seeing the team of AJ and KC? Do you think this team can work? I know they weren't successful, but
I do, again, like I was saying before, I do think this team could work. If I can fantasy book a little bit, I would say that maybe the original intention was to have AJ and Swan win the belts, but unfortunately, with KC kind of stepping in, I can see why they held back on that. They want to build them a little before they give them another opportunity, I imagine. But that doesn't. Go ahead.
It's a good take on it because it did seem like First Class had a ton of momentum at possible ones that the belts.
Yes.
Kind of popping in and doing it. I think that it was kind of like AJ looked super match, even though they lost.
Yes.
But Casey looked good, but it was like some of the inexperience of teaming together. That was the downfall.
Fresh. Very green team. But I will say that they played off of each other very well. Their character interactions during the match they meshed well with each other. So again, I'm going to stand by that. I feel like this is a good fit, and this will progress into something interesting.
I agree. No, I think this was a very good pivot that they made here. So we'll see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
As matches are now flying fast and furious here, we get this. Obviously, we got Moose, Myers, Eddie, JC going against, and I love the intro. Like first you get Mike Santana, but then you get the mix because you get the Joe Hendry that turns into Joe Hendry and the Hardys.
Yeah.
Joe Hendry and I believe in the Hardys with the video. Like it was good stuff into the Hardy theme song with him playing the guitar. It was well done.
Yeah.
Unlike the mix at the beginning of this show, due to technical difficulties. You gotta love it when the Wi-Fi is dying and like you're half hitting something that's not working on your end, and then it starts working like 30 seconds later. when it finally clicks on the signal. But so lots of stuff going on in this, all over the place. But what are your thoughts? Obviously, a lot of big names, big main this could have main evented one of the Impact Plus specials, the TNA Plus specials. But obviously, we'll get to that match next. But this was definitely
true.
And at times, probably the right booking, honestly, because like the system was running roughshod over everything, but then they had nothing other than Lish, and then Lish got hurt over, and so they really needed this to still remain relevant.
I agree 100%.
So that, and obviously now that we now know Victory Road main event where Moose is going to get that title shot again.
Mm-hmm.
It almost had to go this way because you had to make them strong. So, we obviously got that here, but obviously in the end, it was kind of surprising. Obviously, Matt Hardy's the one that took the pin in the end, but there was all kinds of shenanigans to get that. But it did seem like they almost had it a few times. I think that the crowd was shook after that.
True.
And speaking of the crowd, good crowd, obviously sold out crowd tonight. Thought they were definitely good, and I know I talked about it. This main event, this is where now it's such a risky play, because to keep a crowd invested for 1 hour is quite a task. With the fickleness of wrestling fans.
My ADHD, man.
Like if it's not like just constant back and forth, and you saw a little bit early, the crowd a little restless. They were building. Like I think once it hit kind of the halfway point to the end, the crowd was all in,
invested for sure.
It's just that it's the beginning. You got to win the crowd over a little bit because you're going to start slow. You're not going to start out going crazy. It's not going to be your typical 8-minute match.
Well, it's a 60-minute match, man. That's an hour you got to fill in, and especially when it's the last match of a night filled of pretty extraordinary matches, I'd say. Sometimes the crowd does tend to get a little overwhelmed, but they, like you said before, they really picked back up when it mattered, and that's what mattered, to be fair.
Yeah, and like I said, for the most part, like they were finding ways to keep their interest early, but I think they just had to find it, and they were picking up, and like I said, every time were just certain style of match, and both these guys kind of fall into that. Like Nick can do a bunch of different stuff, but you were going to get a very technical match from these guys, which they definitely delivered on. They did a great job in this main event. Obviously, you had. Now it's interesting. I'll nitpick a little bit. So
it's fine.
It was a like so. Obviously, get Nick Nemeth. He goes up pretty early, 2-0 falls. He gets Josh quick on a pin, like kind of like out of nowhere. Like it was like whoa. Like Josh just kind of gets up, but then he gets another fall. Really not that much later, and he's up 2-0. Then Josh is gone full heel now. But earlier he was kind of toeing the line, other than the nut shot anniversary. Once again, legal in that match because again, but here he goes foreign object. You get 2 pins
in a row.
Look, I thought you had to get back up to your feet after the first pin. He pretty much just was able to 1, 2, 3, pick them back up, and
then 1, 2, 3 again. Yeah.
Like I thought you had to do like a standing 10 count after something. He didn't seem prepared to take another fall, but so he kind of got a little gimme, a mulligan fall there, but good enough. But that is what it is. But then obviously you had the exposed turnbuckle that was there for what 35 minutes of the match. like it was the red herring there. Like it was like that's going to play a part, and obviously it played a part near the finish, but it wasn't the finish because Nick went up going into it and then got up from it before he got that last pin with about 20 seconds left. So but once again, that was the way I thought it. Like, because I'm like, I've seen it happen before where it goes into the overtime, the sudden death. I'm like, you have to pick that right because after you're going 60. Although the crowd does get like, hey, that last 5 minutes, that crowd was way like that was
yeah
at the so, but I had to look out an eye a couple minutes.
Was I mistaken when I heard the "I Believe in Nick Nemeth" song being sung?
There was because that's the enduring parts of it because like I think the one is like I think someone should like they started chanting like what we need a chant we need because it's a lot especially if you're getting very technical wrestling and you're getting a lot and just a lot of fans don't know like a lot of it is like you're just watching like you're like that's why like there was always that stereotype of like Japan or any of the Japanese promotions where they would have a lot of 30-minute matches and like you have an announcer go over it and be like 5 minutes in, 10 minutes in, 20 minutes in, 30 minutes in, and people would say, "Oh, they're just sitting on their hands." When you're watching 30-minute matches, you can't be just like standing up going crazy all the time. It doesn't really work.
No,
like you got to just kind of sit back and watch it, take it in a little bit, let it breathe a little bit.
Like a fine bottle of wine. Once you pop the cork, man, just you got to let it breathe.
Walking weapon, vintage, 2022.
Here you go.
So, but once again, I thought overall though, I thought it was a great match. I thought the crowd really got into it. Like it didn't turn ugly, which is always the risk on something like this early. It could turn ugly, but it didn't. It stayed pretty good. But no, I was impressed. I obviously we got before. It doesn't disappoint. Like that is his style match. Like he's very good at it. But I thought Nick. We all know he's a pretty good worker. But obviously over the years, from whatever you may have seen from him, like I think it's obvious that he's good in the ring. And from what you've seen so far in TNA, obviously. But asking to do a Broadway, and I'm a fan, to go that long, that's asking a lot of any performer. And I thought he brought it. He was up to the task. I know he had that, and he had a great promo earlier with Gia. Like he had the passion. That's one thing. Like he can really bring that out, and he was able to do it in a match. You need to convey in a long match like that. You need to have that. Like you need to work with the crowd a little. Like you're working with everybody else in the ring, but you got to work with the crowd a little bit.
Yes.
So I thought they both did pretty darn good. So obviously that's your main event. Like I said, this is the speed emergence we're doing here because not only are we doing that, we're doing a little bit because Thursday we didn't have the show. It was the combo, baby. It's the combo.
Yeah, we were gonna do 2 nights, split it up, but we're like, fuck that shit. It's not how we roll.
Yeah, so you're getting a little one, you're getting a little one the other. I wasn't sure if we would do it as 2 shows, but I think that would be even more confusing to people because they'd be like, well, why is this before this?
Yeah.
It was like, well, let's talk about this and act like we didn't just watch the paper, and we have no clue what happened.
Yes. Right.
So, but let us know your thoughts. Sorry once again because I'm on the phone, I can't really interact with you on here.
I'm bombing. Sorry, guys.
So, but anybody like I'll definitely pop back on after the fact, and so feel free to leave comments afterwards. And I know I did see Punk did a super chat earlier. Thanks to him before the show started.
Do you want me to put the stickers up?
Yeah, if you can throw the stickers up, much appreciated. Like I said, on the phone, no controls. So all I can do is participate.
Thank you. And here's another one from Justin Miller.
Make it. Well, thanks to our members. And feel free, once again, normally more I'm in the studio or with a better Wi-Fi connection. But definitely make sure, like, subscribe. If you want to be a member, feel free to be a member. We appreciate you. But yeah, and let us know what you thought of Emergence. Grade 1. If you didn't watch, definitely use that Emergence 40 code. Get the year plan if you like, or just do a monthly and check it out. It was a great show. Iron Man match obviously stole it, but some other really good matches on there too. So definitely check this show out. But yeah, we'll tidy that up and get into a little Thursday Impact from the
Let's rewind the clocks a little.
Yeah, we're going reverse because we want to make sure at TNI to cover everything. But occasionally there is where nobody can make it. So that was one last night, but tonight, since we're here, we're making it. So I'm just pulling that back up real quick here. See if I can still get it on my laptop with bad internet. It just doesn't like doing
anything.
Stuff that has like, and I've always noticed like when you have like chat room stuff and all, like it always like it's like oh my bad. Hold on. Oh my. I mentioned it. I led with it, Alisha, but then I didn't say it at the end. Back to Emergence at the end. Nick victorious. Who the hell walks out from backstage? JBL. John Bradshaw Lady shows up in the Impact Zone. I know he was fresh off showing up at GCW.
Yes.
But there he was throwing some clothesline from hell to a guy in ring. But here Nick Nemeth, he kind of gives him the kudos and then walks back. He kind of gives him his due, and then he doesn't say anything. He kind of he dabs him up a little bit, I believe.
Yeah.
So
it's interesting.
It's like you don't really know much about it. There's obviously got to be some fallout from this. But what do you think? Like JBL in the Impact Zone? Would you have ever imagined JBL in the Impact Zone? I don't think he was ever on my bingo card.
No, this was quite unexpected because, like you're saying, I did see that he popped up for GCW, but like, I don't know. Yeah. Like, what does that mean? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It was very surprising, unexpected, but interesting enough.
And let us know where you get a JBL. Like, do you think he's gonna play a role here?
Oh, that's us.
That's us.
Oh.
We're putting ourselves in.
Oh, hey. Hey, J-Bo, thanks. Oops.
Although I think that's probably one of the main news bits coming out of this show is JBL. But we have no clue. Like, obviously, he had interaction with Nick, and it seemed friendly. Of what's that mean going forward? Interesting. I'm definitely intrigued to see how this plays out. And I think JBL, like, he's going to have some people wonder, because JBL, like, he brings eyes. So we're definitely going to have to see what happens on Thursday. If there's anything else in the meantime.
What does it all mean?
What does it mean? We need answers. So,
Facts.
obviously, let us know what you think, and we will we'll be covering it on Thursday. But now I'll get back to this past Thursday's edition of Impact Television. So you can look at it as extra content for the review, or your replacement for this Thursday.
Yeah, whatever.
One of the two.
Whatever tickles your pickle.
Better watch out. Don't want to lose monetization at this part of this show. So, all right. If my computer's acting a little funky, I'm going to bring it up.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's working, but just. So let me do that. Okay. We're reviewing now. We're doing it's review. It's TNI review night. Now it's the August 20th edition of it on Access TV and on the TNA Plus app. Okay. All right. And if you have anything that differs from me, let me know, Alisha. But
Okay.
I have it all here.
Okay.
So let me just see here. I don't think we went right to a match. No opening segments this week. Started right with the exhibition title match. Speedball Mike Bailey against Rich Homie Swan, who obviously we knew this would probably be his last appearance for a bit.
Yeah.
But what'd you think of that match up there? Speedball Mike Bailey, fighting champion.
I unfortunately missed the opening match.
Okay.
But between the two, I imagine it was pretty good.
Yeah, and it was. Like, they definitely had a good match. Like, Rich, like, you could tell Rich was really, like, he was performing at, he's always a great performer, but he was really picking it up lately. So I think that was probably getting everything aligned in his outside. So he was definitely doing well here with Bailey. So a nice showing until we see him down the road. But Mike Speedball Bailey, he held on to go into Emergence. Jordynne Grace backstage, Gia Miller, because obviously the big thing we had on Thursday's show was the match by Elegance.
Yeah.
We had some, and J-Bone in the back, he can take a little bit of a bow. He was kind of thinking it would be like a hardcore extreme type match, which so we never really knew exactly what it was going to be. Well, it was hinted what it could be, but this kind of like led to all the night.
Right.
So she's talking about that. Then we get Joe Hendry, the most popular man in wrestling, going against Brian Myers of the System. What'd you think of this one?
A lot of shenanigans during this match.
A lot of shenanigans. But you get
the System, man. Well, if you get Alisha, I feel like that tends to be what happens. The shenanigans.
He tends to get involved.
It's that big Boston energy. No, this is a good match. I mean, obviously, Joe Hendry's on fire right now, so it makes sense for him to get the win. Eddie obviously came back afterwards too, and wanted to start a little beat down-orama, which got interrupted by
Santana.
Yep, Mike Santana. Excuse me.
Oh yeah, Mike. Yeah, because you're right. I always still just say Santana. I gotta always Mike.
Mike. I'm just not used to calling him Mike. Like it's Mike. Okay. Hey, Mike. Okay. Anyway, sorry.
And that obviously leads us into our next match, which is it's Mike versus.
That's convenient. I love a good bleed through match connection.
I am a fan of that. When you transition from like one to the next, I like that. I don't do it too often, but if you had that happen like once a card, that's not. And obviously, so you had kind of like obviously Joe won, then Mike wins, but obviously we saw what happened at Emergence, and then the system won. So you can go both ways on this, and that's what you have to do. If someone's just winning all the time, then they're not really a opponent. Like they're not a competition. You kind of got to go back and forth until you have more of your blow off. Like you build up, you have some, you go back and forth, you trade wins. Maybe someone then takes the lead, maybe not. Then you blow it off and you're done. So then we get we get the Hammerstone versus Eric Young match we heard announced next week. But we get Steve Maclin on commentary for this one.
Oh, real quick. We skipped the Matt Cardona injury update.
Yes, he's not cleared, and that's where we find out about the mystery. Gotcha. Yeah. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So yes. Still waiting on Matt Cardona or Matt Kudoba, if you will.
I don't like that never mind. Keep going.
So, but we got Hammerstone here, and going against Eric Young, and he defeats him. He does defeat Eric Young. Gets his revenge.
Yeah, he does. But you know what? For some reason, Eric Young got really distracted by Maclin sitting ringside. It wasn't even like Maclin was doing anything to catch his attention or his ear or his ire. Oh. Where'd he go? Oh, more technical difficulties.
Oh, jeez.
What
did you do, Alisha?
I didn't do anything.
All right, I'm gonna, I don't usually talk about this kind of stuff because it is a sensitive subject, but I am gonna talk about this just to side subject this. Mayor in the chat is basically saying that Swan does not care. And my rebuttal to that is, yes, he does care. He is in rehab. He is working very hard on his sobriety. So maybe, don't be so quick to judge people, especially if you yourself are not perfect. None of us should be judging him. We should be, not everyone is a person. Not everyone is a person of faith, but if you are, maybe say a prayer for him. Maybe wish him well, instead of just being so negative. So that's my 2 cents on it. Welcome back, Bill.
Hey, Bill.
Are you good?
Hey, Jack. We will see. I jumped back onto the PC because then the phone died.
Oh no!
Boy. Oh boy!
So I might I'm gonna hop on the other phone.
How many phones you got?
Here, give me a moment.
Mr. Phone Hands over here.
Oh, all right. I'm gonna let you guys go. Tessa Blanchard just messaged me, so I'll see you in a bit. All right. Oh shoot! Now he's gone again.
Oh yeah, he said he'd be right back.
Okay. Well then I will tell her to just hang on a minute. Tessa could be a little impatient at times, you know.
I forgot what I was saying about that. Yeah.
While everyone's like, Tessa's messaging J-Bone?
No, she's not. He's not that cool, guys.
No, I swear to God, she is.
Wait.
No, it's like the group thing that you can like sign up for where they can like update you on stuff either on Instagram or Facebook. That's all it is.
So you're getting automated messages?
Right. Right. She's like, hey, gang. And there's like a thing in CMLL where you can like vote or something. Yeah. So
I'm texting you to let you know to watch MLW.
Don't tell.
Is that where she's wrestling?
Wife.
Where's she? Wait, where's she? Huh?
What?
I don't know.
She's in CMLL.
Oh, I have no idea what the hell that is.
That's like the other one in Mexico. That's like, okay, like AAA is the WWE of Mexico. CMLL is the AEW, if that makes any sense.
Yeah. Yeah. That's cool.
And
what is with today?
I sadly am not a lot of help as far as this last episode of TNA because
you didn't watch.
I didn't watch it.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'll just skip that and I'll watch Emergence, seeing as it's a night later.
Understandable.
Yeah.
These technical difficulties, man. But yeah, so like I was trying to say before about the Hammerstone thing is that I was surprised that Eric Young got so unfocused when he encountered Maclin. But I guess that's them trying to show us that there's stakes at this match. Is that
it's I look at it like something with we got two guys like Eric Young and Maclin. That's two former world champions right there. You know? And if that was to set up this match right here.
Whoa, there's a lot of bills.
Yeah. Bill, are you okay? Or should you want to hang backstage until you...
Yeah, I'm testing this one out here. Try it again. Can you hear me?
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay. All right. I should be good now.
Take two.
Take two.
2.5.
Well. Hey, I made it all through the review, the Emergence show, and now we were halfway through the Thursday show. So just a couple more matches. So getting there, almost to the end. Almost to the end.
There you go.
We'll power through it. Let's see. Hopefully it stays connected. But thanks everybody for the TNI fan for sticking with us here.
Yes, thank you for your patience.
Sorted out. The problems when you are on the road.
Wi-Fi.
Bill, where are you staying? Yeah. I mean, come on.
A red roof, man. They got to do better.
The what?
The Red Roof Inn.
Oh. Oh no.
The spooky ghost got me. Spooky ghost.
It looks like the whole table went.
You never know what's going to happen. If Penzer can see me now.
Yeah. Bill was doing shot for shot with Penzer before he went live. No, maybe not.
Don't threaten me with a good time, Jacob.
By the way, how was the crowd?
Crowd was great. Great crowd. Sold out, obviously.
Like I said, the only thing, and I knew would be an issue, was for the beginning of the Iron Man match, a crowd's got to adapt to that. So there were big like didn't know what to do. Like it was getting like that first 15 to 20 minutes. It's like, how do you react to this? A bunch of technical wrestling, a slow, methodical build. Not the easiest thing for a fan. But I think overall, though, most of them did pretty actually well, better than I thought, honestly. So overall, high marks. I give high marks.
Yeah, it was kind of hard to tell like how big the place was. It looked like it was about as big as the Chicago Cicero Stadium.
Similar on the floor for sure. Maybe even a little less on the floor, honestly. But then they have an upstairs as opposed to the bleachers. And the upstairs was the most full I've ever seen. Like it was like people were back. Like usually it's just people right along the front on the upstairs, like up against the fence kind of. But there was like multiple people behind everybody up there. So it was a good crowd. Like I don't know the counts or anything, and I wouldn't even give an estimate honestly on a crowd size. I think that venue max because the ring, because it is like I was just at MLW last night and they use that smaller ring to fit into the Melrose Ballroom to allow for more people. But they use the full ring, so that takes away seats obviously for more people. But I don't know, you might be selling that out at between 5, 6, maybe 7. That's probably about the type I'm thinking. But not sure. But all right, I think
the balcony, the way it looks on the show, the balcony looks like it has like one row in front. You can't see anyone past that. It's hard to tell.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes, but there was a lot of people behind there for sure.
Excuse me.
So I think we're good. So we had stopped at Hammerstone and Eric Young and the Steve Maclin kind of connection there. So I think we're good. So we are back now. So J-Bone, feel free. Appreciate you jumping in here. And
are you kicking me out?
Oh no, stick. Hey, you're more than welcome to stick around.
No,
I don't want you to feel obligated.
No, I was gonna say I'm not gonna be able to add too much, but
like honestly, J-Bone, there's only 2 matches left. We're about to end the show, honestly. Because
really?
it's ABC against Cody Deaner and Jake Something,
which is
and obviously they got the win, but it was mainly leading to the first class angle after the match is really what that was. Like it was just they were like Alisha, any thoughts on that match? Because obviously it was a match, but it was really just to get first class and ABC.
It was a match to set up a different feud, a little predictable, but yeah, whatever. It's always nice to see Jake Something in a match. I'll take it.
Correct.
My question to you guys is, how was Jake towards Deaner? Because that's been something that's a little volatile lately.
Yeah, it didn't seem like it was an issue in this match, but
okay.
There was no way. I didn't see anything. Did you? Do you think there was
get a little annoyed probably with Deaner catering to the fans a little too much per usual.
He doesn't like that. He doesn't like the people. He doesn't
like the fans. He doesn't. This is for the people. It's not for the people. It's for us. You're getting on my goddamn nerves. Anyway, sorry, I'm ad-libbing.
Quit pandering to the crowd, but I'm going to yell at the crowd and tell you to say my name. Jake,
everyone likes a good pander. So we'll see. I'm sure there'll be more of that to play out over the next couple of weeks with Deaner and Something. Because obviously they were on the show. Like obviously they tried to get a lot of people into a couple matches, but there's still a lot of the roster we didn't see tonight. So we'll really have to pay attention on TV for the next couple of weeks. But we get that followed by And J-Bone, I was saying earlier, you pretty much hit it out of the park. The match by Elegance for the Knockouts World Championship. Jordynne defending against Ash. And it was kind of I think you said a pretty hardcore match. That was your term. Which it kind of was.
I wanted pink light tubes. Oh no! Wait, sorry. That was our Alisha. She wanted pink light tubes.
Yeah, if only. I don't know. My personal belief is that these two kind of went hard on each other, and if you didn't kind of respect Ash before, you respect her after she took that garbage pail to her hips, man. I thought my computer was messing up now, passing on the bad luck to me.
No, you're good.
I just think it was pretty gnarly match, and they really went at it, and Ash really kind of stepped up her game and showed that she's pretty tough, man. And she can take a table shot. Pretty sturdy, I'll take it.
Yeah, like online I saw a lot of people complimenting it.
You know, for me, what it is that I have a lot of high hopes for Ash because I'm a big Dana Brooke fan. You know who she was in WWE. And having her come, I feel like she's been held back a little bit too much. And now you put her against someone like Jordynne and you realize that she can go and she can take hits. And you know what I mean? And bounce up and be resilient. I think it's that aha eureka moment where you realize that someone can walk the walk. Bill is passing on bad connection to me now. My screen just went dark.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, you're still here. I can still see
you. So you can see me? I can't see nothing. Oh, this is so annoying.
Oh. Uh-oh.
I don't want to accidentally click the wrong thing.
All right, don't touch nothing. We'll get Bill back in here a little bit to help wrap things up. But yeah, I feel like Dana. He can't be saying it. I feel like Ash is doing a great job. I think the best thing about it is they took their time with it. They didn't rush it because they rush so many other characters that come in from the WWE, you know. Uh-oh. I can't hear you. Uh-oh. Time on. And there you have it. What are you gonna do? So how's everyone doing tonight? I've been in and out of the show tonight, but I just wanted to say again, because we didn't do a show on Thursday, so you're getting the abbreviated version of it tonight. I just want to thank everyone who has sent me messages out there, who's checked up on me and such. It was a rough week. Lost one of my kitties. We lost Ozzy. You guys know how much cats are a part of the show, whether it's my cats or Alicia's cats or that was a real tough one. So I just want to thank everyone for being patient with us and hanging in there. Oh, there she is. She is back.
Cursed technology today, folks.
And Bill just messaged us on Facebook saying, "Sorry guys, my connection totally died here. After the knockouts title, just the face off with Josh and Nick to close the show." Okay. But yeah, so but you said you well, it looks like he was trying to come in.
He's working on it.
He was trying.
We'll just keep going. If he pops in, he pops in. If he doesn't, he doesn't. I'm getting tired here though. It's 1:02 a.m. So
No, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, we'll pretty much wrap it up. You said you liked the match between Jordynne Grace and
the match
Astro.
by Elegance, yes, I think it was good, and I think it really highlighted that Ash can go, especially against someone like Jordynne, who is the juggernaut. That's important that you can prove your chops against her. So, give her a run for her money.
Yeah. And I don't think it's over either. And then this could have perfectly been on Emergence tonight too. But we got some other stuff, which is fine.
Yeah.
I certainly want to see Ash stay at the top of the knockouts card for a bit because I feel like she's good enough to hold that title.
Yeah, of course. Yep.
But I'm not in a hurry to get the title off of Jordynne. So eventually, we'll see. I do want to address this real quick. Mr. Rosario, good evening. He says, J-Bone, what's your opinion on JBL appearance tonight at Emergence and where this storyline is headed? Where it's headed, I don't know. And I'll repeat what I typed in the chat earlier. For those of you that don't know, JBL walked down to the ring with Nick Nemeth at Triple Mania a few weeks ago. What was it? 1-2 weeks ago, whatever it was. When he faced Alberto El Patron and defended his AAA heavyweight championship, whatever they call it, mega champion, whatever. And so I saw clips of that and pictures of it, and I was like, JBL's walking down with Nick now. I'm like, what's up with that? But then afterwards, it was weird because JBL got in the ring after Nick Nemeth left. JBL got in the ring and shook the hand of Alberto El Patron. So I don't get that. I don't understand. I don't think JBL helped Alberto. I think maybe it was just, hey, long time no see. Maybe it was just a sign of respect. One of those things. And then he also showed up a few nights later in GCW, I believe it was. And he's got a feud with, I want to say he's got a feud with Effie or something. I'm sorry, I'm really out of touch with GCW stuff.
Same. It's been a hot minute since I've watched one.
But I know Effie's like at the top of that card pretty much without being champ. He's pretty popular.
Oh, he's beloved.
Yeah. So JBL showing up in TNA is, I'm surprised, but I'm not. My history with JBL, I can't stand him. I always hated him ever since he beat Eddie Guerrero for the title, and I couldn't stand his run. He just, it's kind of like when Triple H had that long ass run and everyone hated him. I felt like the same about JBL back then. I liked him a lot more when he was drinking beers with Ron Simmons.
When he was Bradshaw.
Damn, yeah. Yeah. I couldn't stand his cocky Texan, goody, whatever. I don't know, dancing around, pulling up in his big white honking convertible with the bull horns on the front. I just, oh man, I couldn't stand this. So, but I do realize this is someone who is like, in a sense, completely different. So I'm not gonna hate it right off the bat. I am curious. I do want to see where this goes, and see if it is related to the AAA thing or if this is in its own universe thing. I don't know. We'll wait. We gotta wait and see. But if you don't want to be spoiled, stay away from spoilers tomorrow because the tapings are going on. go watch Bash in Berlin or whatever, tomorrow morning. And then I think the NXT show is on Sunday night. That should be interesting. Excuse me, because Zach Wentz is going to be a part of that, and so is Joe Hendry. So that should be a lot of fun.
Mm.
But I'll be back pretty much helping run stuff on Thursday like I usually do. I was just kind of jumping in tonight, just making sure everything ran smooth. And, of course, Alisha had to screw it all up. No, I was kidding.
It's my fault. Witchcraft.
Lady Satan herself. She did stuff. Bear says, is a JBL under WWE contract? Well, apparently he isn't. If he's showing up everywhere. If it was just TNA, I say yes. But he showed up in AAA, all sorts of other places. Oh, wait. We got Bill here. Say goodnight, Bill.
Say goodnight. No, I jumped in the car because I'm like, hey, I can charge to my other phone there. So I was like, all right, I'll at least get on one last time.
There you go.
Fourth time's a charm.
So, but I'm sorry you guys had such problems tonight. Usually everything goes pretty smooth with you guys.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Except last week when my computer took a shit.
Never know with the technical. Yeah, if it's at the home office, that's always fine. And the hotels, I had a good run for a while. Like the Wi-Fi has been good for quite a few of them lately. It's probably been it might be close to about a year where there's like a bad Wi-Fi.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it was a good run. It was a good run while it lasted.
It was.
The streak is broken.
The streak is broken.
You just need to talk to the manager about getting better Wi-Fi.
Yeah, the Wi-Fi was weak.
Weak sauce, man. But thank you guys so much, and thank you all for watching tonight. I will wrap things up for the show now. On your way out, folks, make sure you smash that like button, smash that sub button if you're new and you're digging the content. Ring that bell for notifications so that you know when more of our content hits your screen. And we'll be back Thursday, and make sure actually probably Tuesday. We'll see. No promises, but we'll see what happens Tuesday. And then
show Sunday. There's the NXT show Sunday. I don't know if the Ramblers might be doing something with that or not. But if not, I'm sure there'll be some aftermath on Tuesday.
Right. Yeah. We'll tune in on Tuesday and see what happens. Maybe we'll do something then.
Okay.
And then check out the UK team on Wednesdays, and then our team is back Thursday night, and we'll catch all the fallout from tonight's Emergence. So, all right, folks, take care. Good night. Have yourself a tremendous weekend. We'll see you soon.